Joseph, why don't you go ahead and tell us about this first thing with War of Rohirrim?
Yep. So Warner Brothers and New Line have announced that, and this was, I think, a few weeks ago, actually, maybe even longer than that they are doing an anime movie called War of the Rohirrim. It's set to release April 12th, 2024. And we already have a couple images for it, but basically it's going to be an animated movie about the life of Helm Hammerhand, who was the 9th king of Rohan. I don't know why I put he was the founder. Idiot. Yeah, he's the 9th king of Rohan. And it's going to take, so basically it is going to be in the same timeline as Peter Jackson's original trilogy. It's going to be 250 years before the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yes! Yes!
And if anybody knows anything about Helm Hammerhand, if you don't, it's basically, man, he's an epic hero, but it's a tragedy of an epic hero, basically. Not to spoil anything.
Did you mention, we know Jackson is involved to some degree.
Yeah, they're going to use his visuals from the movies.
Oh, thank
God.
And
there's about 3 to 4 that I know of right now, different people who worked on the trilogy with him who are going to be working on this as well.
Okay.
So yeah, and I've found that most fans of Tolkien are more excited for this than the show. Than the Lord of the Rings show coming out.
Yeah, I was looking on IMDb, and we'll post links to all of this in the show notes. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, they'll be down below.
And for those who don't know, Helm Hammerhand, he is the one that Helm's Deep is. That created Helm's Deep, I believe, if my memory serves me.
Yes, as founder of
yep.
Yeah, he the untold story behind Helm's Deep, hundreds of years before the fateful war, telling the life and blood-soaked times of his founder, Helm Hammerhand, the king of Rohan.
Yes.
Say that 5 times fast.
I know, dude. He is crazy history, man. It is quite awesome. If you want me to delve into it, I will. But
yeah, I mean, why don't give him some points? Get people excited for this thing.
So you're going to see the Dunlandings, who operated from the fortress of Isengard, actually. So basically, what happens is old dude becomes king around the age, I think 50, I want to say, when his father Graham died after years of open warfare with the Dunlandings, who were then operating from the fortress of Isengard. And so during his reign, he comes into conflict with Freka, and I think Freka was a Dunlanding and also Rohirrim, like half and half. And so he claimed to be a descendant, this Freka dude did, of King Freywin of Rohan. And so basically what ends up happening is Freka viewed King Hammerhand. I keep calling him Hammerhead. I don't know why. Hammerhand with contempt and scorn and all that stuff. And Helm was also mistrustful of him. So basically what was it that happened? Freka marched to a meeting when the king summoned him to Edoras with a large number of soldiers and threatened the king to comply with his demands that he had. I can't remember what the demands were. And Hammerhand killed him with a single blow of his fist. Killed Freka. And then the men of Freka left Edoras, and King Helm was declared the wolf. I forget what that means. And his kin enemies of the king of the Dunlandings, right? And so a combined force of Dunlandings under the leadership of old dude Freka's buddy Wolf or whatnot. And then I think the Easterlings as well, and the Crosshairs of Umbar, I want to say. They were involved in the battle, and Helm was defeated, and then that's where he withdrew to Helm's Deep, and that's where he was unable to endure a long siege, and that's kind of where Helm's Deep gets his prominence from, is because it's called Hornburg.
That makes sense.
But he was able to defeat them there.
Yeah. So yeah, excuse me, that's cool. I think everybody was kind of hoping for some decent news coming out of.
Dude, I know.
Considering everything that's been going on with Lord of the Rings the past week or so. Really longer than that, but ever since that trailer dropped. It looks like they're trying to be a little more faithful to what came before. This is I don't know if you mentioned this, but this is getting a theatrical release. This isn't just getting like dropped on like HBO Max or anything like that. Like it's going to be in theaters, and
I think it's going to make a lot of money for him.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Especially, I mean, you're talking. Let's see. So 2024. So we will have at least 2 seasons of this show by the time this movie comes out. So people might be real hungry for something good.
Dude, it's so funny. Amazon's going to lose so much money, man.
Man, it's crazy. I mean, if the comment section from our last video is any indication, they're in some trouble. They're in some real trouble.
That's what they freaking get, man.
Yeah.